All right, let's dive in. We're going to be decoding the secret language our kids are speaking every single day. The hidden messages they send through their behavior. And hey, if you've ever felt totally lost in translation, trust me, you are in the exact right place. You know that feeling, don't you? Where you say one thing, they do the complete opposite, and it feels like you're from two different galaxies? It's gotta be one of the most frustrating parts of being a parent, but you are for sure not alone in this. So, to get on the same page, we've got to start by redefining what we even mean by behavior. Because really, it's so much more than just a list of good things and bad things. Just think about how huge this definition is for a second. We're not just talking about the big stuff, like yelling or sharing a toy. Behavior is, well, it's literally everything. It's that tiny eye roll, the way they slump their shoulders, or even when they give you the silent treatment. It's all communication. Okay, so you look at these two lists and they seem like total opposites, right? Playing calmly versus yelling, night and day. But here's the big mental shift we need to make. They are both forms of communication. Both are your child trying to get a need met or express a feeling. It's just that one is a heck of a lot easier on our ears. And that idea right there brings us to the absolute core of this whole explainer. This is the big aha moment. It's the paradigm shift that can, I'm not kidding, change how you see those tough moments forever. Let's just take the classic example, the full-blown, on-the-floor, kicking and screaming tantrum. To us, it feels like pure chaos. It can even feel like a personal attack on our sanity. But what if it's not about that at all? This is it. This is the one sentence that changes the entire game. Every single thing your child does, from the sweetest cuddle to the most epic meltdown, is them trying to tell you something. They aren't just misbehaving, they are communicating the only way they know how. Seriously, think about it. Little kids don't have the words to say, "Mother, I'm feeling incredibly overwhelmed by all the sensory input in this grocery store," or "I am feeling deep disappointment because I cannot have that cookie." So instead of saying it, they show it. Their actions literally become their vocabulary. Okay, so if behavior is a message, then what on earth are they actually trying to say? Let's start unpacking some of the most common reasons behind what they do. The message they're sending almost always falls into one of these three buckets. Is there an unmet need? Are they hungry, tired, or maybe just desperate for a hug? Is it developmental? I mean, a child's brain, especially the part that controls impulses, is literally under construction for years. They're not wired to handle big feelings calmly yet. Or maybe it's something in the environment, a room that's too loud, or a sudden change in their routine. All right, let's apply this to a real-world scenario, one that drives pretty much every parent up the wall. You ask your child to put their shoes on and crickets. You just get that blank stare. Our first instinct, so often, is to think, they're defying me. This is pure disrespect. But what if, just for a second, we paused and asked this question instead? What else could possibly be going on here? The real reasons could be anything. Maybe tying shoelaces feels like climbing Mount Everest to them right now. Maybe the TV is blaring and they literally can't process your words. Or maybe, just maybe, their little body is running on empty and their brain has simply checked out. That ignoring you see on the surface, it's a symptom, not the actual problem. So how in the world do you figure out which one it is? Easy. You put on your detective hat. This is all about making a shift from just reacting to actually investigating. A single incident, it doesn't tell you much, but a pattern tells you everything. Your job is to become a master dot connector. A behavior almost never happens in a vacuum. There are always clues hiding in plain sight. So here are your three go-to detective questions. First, when and where does this happen? Is there a meltdown every single day at 5 o'clock? Second, what's the activity? Does it always seem to happen during a transition, like leaving the playground? And third, what's the emotion? Are they always tired or maybe super hyper right before? Answering these questions is how you start to see the pattern and get ahead of the problem. When you really start to see things this way, it just fundamentally changes your role as a parent. You start to move from being more of a disciplinarian to being a guide. This is the ultimate goal right here. Instead of just trying to make the behavior stop, we focus on figuring out what's causing it. Because when we only react with a punishment or a timeout, we're just slapping a Band-Aid on a symptom. We're not actually solving the real problem underneath. And this is the long-term win. This is the whole point. When you understand the cause, you can say something like, "Wow, it looks like you're really frustrated right now." Instead of hitting, "How about we go punch this pillow?" You're not just stopping a behavior anymore, you're teaching a critical life skill. You're building connection instead of just demanding correction. So, I'll leave you with this question to think about. The next time you're faced with a behavior that really pushes your buttons, just take a breath. And instead of asking yourself, how do I make this stop? Try asking, what are they trying to tell me? The answer might just change everything.